beginning. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you want more content like this. And leave a comment.
Hey man, we're back with college basketball. Long time coming. Mikey, we're here last year, but we got a new guest, friend of the show, man. Xayvin, man. Introduce yourself. Let people know who you are and whatnot.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Xayvin Johnson, college basketball enthusiast, and just happy to be here, and can't wait to get these picks out.
All right. What conference would you guys like to start with first?
Do you guys want to start with the obvious one where we're all going to have the same answer?
Okay,
we can start. Me.
All right. ACC, we're going to do I don't know, do you guys want to go through each pick, or do you guys want to, obviously I feel like we're all going to pick Duke to win it all, but do you guys want to go through each game? Obviously Notre Dame just won, so we don't got to do that.
We can.
Yeah, we can.
I got to pull up the bracket real quick.
Yeah, I'm pull it up.
And I guess we'll just decide who's going to win each game. I'll edit it later into the screen, but
okay.
I think it's a little grainy if I do it right now. All right, ACC, Notre Dame just won, so obviously they're going to face North Carolina tomorrow. Second game, but next game we got VT, Virginia Tech versus Cal. Xavier, you can go first, then Mike, then me, and we'll see.
All right. For that one, give me Virginia Tech. I think Virginia Tech pulls out a win in that one. Cal has a decent team, but I think Virginia Tech finds a way to get a win in this one.
I'm on the opposite side of you. I think Cal, I know they're the worst seed, which I don't think matters here. I think they have similar records, but I just don't trust Virginia Tech. I know they lost a lot from last year. They're just not the same anymore. I think Cal finds a way to pull off the win there.
Cal's actually favored in this game. I would say they're favored by 4.5. I wanted to pick Virginia Tech originally, but Cal, I feel like they just have more scoring options. Not to say that I've been watching the most Cal games, but from what I've seen, they do have more options to score. And Virginia Tech they just haven't looked good.
Yeah, they're not it anymore. That's a big spread for two teams with the same, a 15 seed being 4.5 favorites is kind of a big spread.
I don't remember what the score was when they played earlier this year. Hold on. If I can find it. Virginia Tech actually won in Cal. So
wow. That's a surprising spread there.
Yeah, especially with the travel there, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna trust Andre to show up, and I think they got a 6-man off the bench. I think did he win 6-man? Wilkerson.
Yeah, I don't know if he won it or not.
He's a freshman.
Yeah, I didn't want too many of those Cal games.
All right, so we're moving on with Cal, apparently, because 2 of us picked Cal. I guess they're gonna get their revenge. Next, we're going to Florida State versus Syracuse.
What's the spread?
Florida State. Yes, it is Florida State versus Syracuse. The spread on this game is
I think it was 5.5.
3.5. I see.
Yeah, 3.5.
I'm a Syracuse fan, so I'm biased, but I feel like that spread is short. I kind of think Syracuse, and they're absolutely terrible this year. I think Syracuse finds a way to win the game. Unpopular opinion.
I don't think Syracuse is going to win this game. Leonard Hamilton's last hurrah. I feel like, SMU, they're frauds, but in terms of the ACC, but I don't know. I think they're just going to play inspired for Leonard Hamilton. They're not going to want to have his career end on the first night of the ACC tournament, and I think the length of Florida State bothers Syracuse. I don't see either of these teams going very far in the tournament, but who knows?
Yeah, same.
Xayvin, your pick. So
I would say the same thing. Florida State, right? In this one, I think Florida State, like you said, they're going to play inspired for Leonard Hamilton. They don't get bounced in the first game. Syracuse really hasn't shown me too much this year. Syracuse will have a better year next year, but we'll see.
All right, so that means we're moving on to tomorrow's games. I keep putting this down, but Georgia Tech is playing Virginia. Your thoughts?
I'm not trusting Virginia to put the ball in the basket, but I'm trusting them to play defense. Georgia Tech still has that same point guard from last year, right? I think he was a freshman last year. Forget his name. I feel like he shows up in big games for whatever reason. And I feel like they got a tourney win last year. Did they beat Notre Dame last year when we went? I think so. I think they find a way to get a win. I don't trust Virginia. Even Virginia might have some home crowd behind them, though.
True.
I think the drive might be shorter from Atlanta to Charlotte than.
Oh, it isn't. Yeah. For whatever reason, I thought DC.
I mean, Virginia travels well, but I don't even know. I don't even think I saw many Georgia Tech fans last year. But I mean, they were out the first night, or the second night. I don't remember.
Yeah, I just don't trust Virginia to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, same.
I'm picking Georgia Tech too. I just like Stoudemire as a coach. I think he'll eventually get Georgia Tech to get back. I don't want to say back to like Chris Bosh days or anything, but like I think they'll be very competitive in the future.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all going Georgia Tech here to face, and they'll be facing Duke next round. So congratulations, Georgia Tech. Notre Dame just won, and they're going to be facing North Carolina. North Carolina beat Notre Dame on an Elliot Cadeau 4-point play in South Bend earlier this year. What are you guys' thoughts on this game?
North Carolina is not the same North Carolina this year, obviously. They're a lot smaller, but they've been playing bums lately outside of Duke. So it looks like they've been playing really well, I think. Mm-hmm. I just feel like they can beat this Notre Dame team. So I think they do squeak by with at least one win here against Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way here, honestly. I think North Carolina gets an easy win here. They'll get Notre Dame out the way here. They're really on a mission, really trying to secure their spot. So I'm definitely taking North Carolina in this one.
All right, clean sweep for North Carolina here. Notre Dame's coming off 4 overtimes on Saturday? Then they obviously played today. North Carolina's just way better than they were earlier this year when they matched up. Yeah, I think North Carolina wins this by like 10+. But you never know with that team. All right, we picked Cal, the 15th seed, the lowest seed, to beat Virginia Tech. So we got Cal versus Stanford. Thoughts, concerns on that one?
These are probably the two least teams I watch in the ACC because I'm not staying up till 10 o'clock to watch Stanford or Cal games, but I'd probably have to pick Stanford here. Cal's one and done.
Yeah, I was actually going to say the same thing. I was going to take Stanford. I've seen a few Stanford games, and the center for Stanford has been a problem for a lot of teams, and I think he's going to cause a lot of problems for Cal. So I take that, and as well as they have Jalen Blakes from that used to play with Duke. So I think they'll probably be in good shape to get this one.
Yeah, I mean, Stanford should no doubt win this game. Raymond averages 20 and 10. So like they definitely should handle business. You get the extra day of rest. Yeah, I also have Stanford in this game. And then we have Florida State beating Syracuse. So Florida State will face SMU in a rematch of the game on Saturday. Go ahead.
SMU is a weird team. I feel like they have some talent, but sometimes they're just super inconsistent. They played Florida State already once. Florida State won. I think SMU gets their get back. They're fully healthy, right? Is it because last time I really watched him, Boopy Miller has been hurt, but I feel like he's back now, right?
He was back on Saturday.
Yeah, I think he's back.
Yeah.
I think SMU gets some revenge here.
I want to be with you, but again, I'm going with the Leonard Hamilton storyline. They're going to get at least 2 here. FSU. They're going to beat them again. That's who I have. And Xayvin, you got the last pick.
Yeah, I also got Florida State too. I'm on the same train. I think SMU is really fraudulent, so this is where they get shown, really.
All right, we're moving on to the quarterfinals. Duke is facing off against – we picked Georgia Tech.
We don't even have to talk about it.
All right, we're all picking – I guess it just depends on what spread we're picking here. But yeah. I guess we're all picking Duke to make it to the semis. All right, Wake is facing off against North Carolina. I believe Wake won by a couple of – I think it was a one-possession game or a couple of points when North Carolina came to Wake. What is your thoughts on this game in the rematch?
Ooh.
This is a tough one. Xayvin, you can go first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say for this one, really, honestly, I'm sticking to it. North Carolina's on a mission. They want to see Duke again and get that Duke win that they're really looking for. So I honestly think they get Wake Forest out the way.
I don't want to agree with you, but I agree with you. I just feel like they've been, even like I said earlier, they've been playing terrible teams at the end of their conference schedule. So they've looked pretty good. But I really think they want, not that it's going to matter, but they want to see Duke one more time. And I think they're going to have that opportunity. And they're hungry to get in the tournament, as is Wake Forest. But I think RJ wants to get in that tournament one more time.
Yeah, I mean, this game is an elimination game for either squad regardless. I do actually think Wake's going to win this game. I don't know. I like their toughness. I like Steve Forbes. I like Hunter Salas, Hildreth, Reed. I think Reed would have to be the problem if he doesn't get in foul trouble this game. But I mean, I'm not opposed. I think North Carolina probably does win, but I do think Wake Forest is going to win this game. But it doesn't matter if we have North Carolina advancing. We got Louisville versus Stanford, and Pat Kelsey won ACC Coach of the Year. Chucky Hamburg won Defensive Player of the Year. Not going to say too much on the last part. I'm cool with Pat Kelsey. I'm not cool with the Defensive Player of the Year, but it's whatever. All right, who you guys got for this game?
I'm going Louisville. They've been playing really well. They surprised me. I feel like they surprised a lot of people this season. I didn't think they'd be this good this year, so I think they get a win here.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm a Pat Kelsey fan since he was with College of Charleston and with Winthrop, and I'm definitely going to take him here again. I do feel bad that they did lose Kaysen Pryor, but I think they have enough to get past Stanford in this next one.
Yeah, I thought their season was over when they lost Kaysen Pryor, but I guess that just speaks to how good of a coach Pat Kelsey is. Well, not over. I just didn't think they would be as good, but 18-2, and Louisville's been terrible. Yeah, Louisville wins this game. They go to the semis. Next game we have Clemson versus Florida State. You guys' thoughts?
Florida State coach is finally done because Clemson is winning the game.
Yeah, this is where I draw the line too. I'm not gonna lie. Clemson and Chase Hunter, they're looking like a good, scary team that's gonna be in March. So yeah, I'm taking Clemson.
Can't stand Chase Hunter.
Yeah, Lachlan, what's my boy's name? Ian Shefflin, they're not, that size is not gonna bother them. They're just a better team. So I'm gonna go with Clemson here in a highly anticipated semifinal matchup between Louisville and Clemson. Should be next. All right, we have Duke versus North Carolina in the semis.
UNC is going to think they can get revenge, but they're not going to get revenge. If they keep it close, maybe they have a chance at the tournament. Who knows?
No, they have to win this.
They're going to have to win this. Yeah, well, regardless, it doesn't matter. Duke's winning the game.
Yeah, I'm going to say the same thing. I think Duke wins this one. Clean sweep for Duke UNC this year.
I actually think Duke's going to win this game by 20 this time. Like, it's going to be
yeah.
But all right, Duke in the finals. All right, Louisville versus Clemson. Who do you guys have?
I think Clemson's experience with some of the same players as last year, and then bringing in that Zachary, whatever his name is, from Boston College. Mm-hmm. I feel like they're going to beat this. They're going to beat Louisville. And that injury that you guys were talking about too, on Louisville, this one might bite them in the butt a little bit. Yeah,
no, I'm feeling the same way. I honestly think Clemson easily gets past Louisville at honestly probably 10 to 14 point win in my opinion. But yeah, probably an easy one for Clemson in this one.
I'm gonna go with. I mean, I think Clemson's gonna win the game. I think we're getting a Duke Clemson rematch, but I can see a world where Chucky Hamburg really just disrupts the Chase Hunter and everybody. But I think it's tough sledding. But Louisville should be a good team to watch for come March. Yeah. All right, and then finally we have Duke versus Clemson. I mean, we already picked, who was gonna win, but just give me your thoughts on the game, regardless.
Duke wants to beat them. They want their revenge, and they're probably going to destroy them. It's probably going to – I have a feeling Duke's going to come in with crazy energy because they know they lost versus him, and they're just going to want to. It's going to be like a 10+ point win.
Yeah, I also think the same thing. I think it's going to be like a 10-point win. We're going to come out like really hungry, really wanting this win, and really put a crown in. But the biggest thing out of all this is really try to get the overall #1 seed for the NCAA tournament. So they're really going to try to show out in this like championship game.
Yeah, I mean, #1 overall seed is probably low-key cooked, but I mean, I guess it just depends if Auburn were to somehow lose. Like if they lost again, I think then it opens up, but I think Auburn kind of has a lock. But I do think Duke gets its revenge. The players aren't sick this time. There's nowhere to slip for Cooper Flag. I think they win by at least. Yeah, I think they win by 10. I think they win this win. It might be close in the first half, but then they separate in the second. We all have Duke winning the ACC tournament this year. Who is your dark horse to win the ACC tournament?
You guys really want to hear my answer to this?
Or should we just do the dark horses at the end?
We do. We can do them. I mean, we might as well do them at the end of each bracket. We can do it right now, real quick.
All right,
that works.
You guys are gonna hate my answer, but if UNC somehow beats Duke, they're the dark horse.
Oh yeah, that's my dark horse too. No lie.
It's ugly, but that's what it is because I don't trust anybody to beat both Clemson and Louisville. I'd rather trust somebody that has to be Wake Forest and then a miracle against Duke and then be in the championship.
Then you got to beat Louisville or Clemson.
Yeah, but who's going to beat Louisville, Clemson, and Duke? I don't trust any of those bottom teams to do all three.
I swear.
It's not happening. But
I'm just gonna go with Florida State. I saw NC State do some crazy shit last year. I'm gonna go with Florida State. Motherfuckers playing for their coaches' jobs. Well, not job, but career now. But I'm gonna go with Florida State because I just like the storyline.